Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. And it's 11:11 as well. So we just thought we'd start at 11 past 11 UK time. So just before we start, I just want to mention a couple of things. And one is actually a fundraiser. And this is something that's local to my area. So it's not something I'm actually involved in myself, but it's something I heard about. And I've been concerned about this for many days now, and I've donated myself. And it's actually a farm that's closing down, where there's been a lot of cruelty to animals, and the people have been campaigning for a long time for this farm to be closed down, and it is. But the thing is. All the animals will be sent to slaughter. There's already been a handful of animals who've been rescued from this place. One in particular called Artie, and so they basically want to rescue all the animals, and they're raising money to do this. And if they raise the full amount, they'll be able to save all the animals and send them to different places, to sanctuaries, to animal lovers, and so forth. And they're almost there, they're almost there, but they still sort of have over 1,000 to raise. So I just wanted to mention this. The link to the fundraiser is in the description, and for anyone who wishes to donate even a small amount, it would just be really help more animals to be saved, because these animals have suffered terribly already. And you can read about about it on the fundraiser, about what's going on, and or if anyone wishes to share this on their social media as well, that would be really helpful. So I just wanted to mention that. And the second thing is, just wanted to mention about Ivan, and he's setting up something new, which is actually to send healing every day for a week, by donation. So regardless of income, the people can access this. So if anyone's interested in that, in trying that, doing that, then just go to his website, and the link is on the description for that as well. Anyway, so I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in now and speak. I would like you to know that what I am actually seeing is that there are many things going on at the moment in the world, many things which are changing, which are happening. And because of this, it is really important to be letting go more and more of anything that you may have been holding on to. Because what I see is that life generally is changing. It is changing in major ways. And I will even go as far as to say that some people in your life are going to, in one way or another, go in a completely different direction to you. That it is a time where people are making choices. People are deciding what they want for the rest of their lives. And some people who you may have been in one way or another going forwards with, you will find are choosing a different direction to go in. It may even be that some people are choosing to leave the planet, people who you really believed would stay around longer. It may be people who you were in alignment with, where there is no longer alignment, where something has changed. It may even be that some people are simply, in one way or another, needing to choose a different road in order to learn something, to experience something, to have some kind of teaching, even. But whatever people are choosing, don't really get involved. Choose your own path over others, over the people who are in it. And what I mean by this is that when you are walking your own path, It is important to not in any way try to accommodate others who are on a different path. It is not necessary for you to make adjustments. All that is necessary is for you to walk forwards in the way that you would like to. And it is really not important whether someone comes with you or not, because you are going to find that as you walk forwards, the light of your own path will attract the right people automatically. It will automatically draw the right people in. And because of this, when you are walking a path of light, you will never be alone. You will always be accompanied by the right people. And these people may change from time to time as people make different choices. I also will say that sometimes when you are feeling that there is a very negative energy around in the world, remember that it is not really about you necessarily, but it is about things that people are purging, processing. And because of this, I would like all of you to stay in your own energy, to be protected by your own light, by staying within it and not trying in any way to over explain, to go into other people's energy when they aren't feeling very negative towards you. It is best to stay away, to stay on your own path, not be distracted. Because what I will say about negativity generally is that it is not always going to be in one way or another cleared by being with those who are able to work with energy and clear it, because negativity can be coming from places which are simply in some way or another not going into the light, where there is some attachment to the earth energy, to the energy of the world. And this needs to be worked through in another way by actually having experiences on the earth. I hope this makes sense, that negativity that is simply trauma or problems that have occurred in someone's life can actually be cleared with healing help, with the right energy, tools, and techniques. But some negativity is self generated, and it can be generated through one's own desires, one's own wantings in the world, whatever this may be, whether it is a desire to have a certain thing happen in a particular way, whether it is a desire for fame, for fortune, for things that are perhaps seen the as the symbols of success. But what I'm really trying to say is that there are some things that really do need to be worked through in earthly ways, in people around you, and perhaps even in yourselves. What I'm also trying to say about these kinds of desires, wantings, is that ultimately they are always coming from a place of lack, a sense that something is not there. And when the person is ready, they will get to that place. Life will get them to that place. And when they are there, then they can be helped. Then there is healing. But whilst there is something that is being pursued in the world, whether it is a person or whether it is something else, then that person cannot be helped. And what I am really trying to say is that when you are working with people, don't be concerned about whether they are in one way or another feeling satisfied with what you are doing. Be instead focused on doing the best you can to the best of your ability, and then let go. Because I am actually seeing that right now people are going through a lot, and those who are very fixated on the earth, on worldly values and success, there is a different path for them at the moment to explore. And it is important to be letting go. I am also saying this because I am seeing that there are many choices people are making. It is a general choice point for humanity at the moment, where people are making very deep choices on a soul level. People are deciding what they want to experience, what they want to pursue. And there are many people who are choosing to go very deep inside, who want to actually be fully enlightened, who are choosing the light within, who are really rising up to a new level. And so I want you to know this, that you will end up with the right people. And it is so important at the moment to really be going deep and making choices yourself. You decide what you want, and it will happen. You decide what you would like to be experiencing. I hope this is making sense. That really, this is an excellent time for making decisions and for going forwards with life. I have more messages to give. I would like to share many things now, things that are very much about your life, but also other people's, because I want to bring a lot of clarity in today. I would like to share that when you are looking at your life, it is always going to be looking a particular way to you, based on what you are processing. So when you are feeling good, you will look at your life in a positive way. When you are purging perhaps things that you have never experienced, you will look at your life and you will see many things which have not happened yet, things which are not happening, flowing, stagnating. When you are feeling perhaps that life is offering you opportunity after opportunity, you will look at your life and see this. So, according to what you are processing, the state you are in, your life will look a certain way. And when your state changes, it will also change how you perceive your life. So, what I am seeing is that everyone around you is the same. And according to what someone is processing, they will see things a particular way. And people who you have in your life who are perhaps not as conscious and aware of themselves, they will be very much inclined to be in a state of trying to find fault with others when their lives are not going so well, when they are processing something really deep to do with their life. So, for example, it may be a partner you are with, a family member, it can be anyone. But if they end up processing something, for example, about loss and grief, then they can end up feeling really angry with others about particular things connected to that. And for that reason, it may be the people who are closest to you who start making you feel that you are in some way or another to blame for things which have happened to them. So, what I will say about this is that at the moment it is generally good to be with yourselves, to not get too involved with anyone, even those close to you. Let people process what they are going through and don't get too involved because it may end up actually affecting you. So I will say that this is the general energy. I know it is not necessarily a good message, but I would like you to know it is the way the world is at the moment, that everybody is going deep and processing a lot. And you may find yourself actually then feeling in some way or another affected by others. I also want you to know that because of this, it is really important to develop a stronger sense of self, to go deep at the moment, to build up your resilience. Because to be in the world at the moment, you do need this. You do need the ability to be able to shake off negativity and keep moving forwards. And for those of you who have dents here, I am guiding you to go within, to clear this, to go deep into healing your inner child, any part of you that is prone to feeling in some way or another persecuted or victimized. I have more messages to give. So, what I see at the moment is as we are transitioning between one world and another, there is always going to be an element of chaos. A lot of the old world coming up and the new world trying to come in. And because of this, it brings up everything that is in one way or another needing to be cleared, not only in people but also in the world. And so what you are seeing in the world at the moment, the escalation of violence and the escalation of polarization between different types of people is a symptom of this. And what I want to share is that there is no need to get involved unless you really feel guided to. So some of you here are really meant to be spokespeople here, to speak out, to share information in the world about this, to help to bring about peace and harmony and a sense of oneness between people. So some of you are guided to do this. It is part of your purpose. And others of you are being told to stay away because the energies are harsh at the moment in the world, and there is a lot of judgment and negativity around. It is really important to be very aware of what your role is. And if your role is to be a spokesperson, to stay in alignment with the light within, but don't get involved in the polarization between people, because this will ultimately bring about more chaos in the world. But as a person who is in the light, your role as a spokesperson will be to actually speak in a way which is truthful, aligned, and pure. And if you are doing this, you will be heard. I do see this, that people are open to the truth generally. The people who are not polarized will be open to the truth. So I am seeing that some of you will be guided to do this, and others of you will be guided to not get involved because it is a very harsh environment at the moment. I also would like to share some more messages about life in general, that there is no need to ever feel disappointed about things in life, even when really negative things happen, seemingly negative things, like death, for example, things which seem like something is just over and it doesn't need to be. Because what I will say about death, when people die, whether it is in war, through illness, it is always going to bring about a new beginning. When people die in terrible circumstances, something new does happen for them. Believe it or not, it is not simply the end. On a soul level, they are given what they need to recover. And then something new happens. And this new thing can be absolutely anything. But I would like you to know this, that even in death, something does get corrected. And when many people are dying at once, something big will happen as a result. And those of you who may feel a sense that this cannot possibly be true, because so many people have died in wars, in all kinds of situations, it is important to look at what has happened after major wars. that something positive has always happened afterwards in one way or another. So I would like you to know this, that when people die in terrible circumstances, something good will always come out of it in one way or another. The soul makes sure that something happens. So I would like you to know this, that the soul is always going to be evolving. It will find a way forwards, and that when many souls have suffered in similar ways, there is a powerful energy created that ultimately does create change in the world. I hope that you can have faith in this. And the more that you pray for souls who die in war, you will find that they are more likely to be able to make something positive happen. As you pray, there is positive energy sent their way, and new things are possible. So I am helping those of you who are struggling at the moment with what is happening in the world. That prayer is powerful, that you can help the souls who are dying and who have died. You can help something new to happen. And this applies to absolutely anything, whether you are concerned about animals dying, whatever you are concerned about, you are able to pray for something new to happen. And those souls will actually help this to happen. I have a few more messages to give now. I would like you to know that when you are in doubt generally about life, your life, and how it is going, remember that it is really important to be aware that life is not necessarily what you see in front of you. It is also about internal alchemy. It is about your soul, the evolution of your soul, the progression of it. And so some things, they cannot be seen in the material world. So some people make extraordinary progress in one lifetime, but in their outer reality, only some of it is seen. But internally, the progress is immense. And I want you to know this, because through this you are able to understand that it is not always what is in front of you that signifies success, progress, evolution. It is ultimately within you. And what you experience externally is a symptom of the internal changes. But some of these things perhaps will never be seen in this lifetime. Some of the symptoms will actually be seen in your next life or the life after that. So I am saying this to those of you who perhaps feel that you have done a lot of work on yourself, perhaps feel that you are coming to the end of your life, perhaps you are in the later years of your life. I would like you to know that some of you here have actually made so much progress in one lifetime that it is absolutely incredible. But you will not experience all the symptoms of this externally in this life, but you will in your next life. So I want you to know this, that not everything is about this life. It is about planting seeds for future lives as well. And it is important to remember this, that not everything can be experienced in one life. It is because when you are living a life, it has certain limitations. Some things you are creating inside are so spectacular that they cannot be created in this life externally because conditions do not allow it. But when you have the right conditions in a new life, you will see this, you will experience this. So it is really okay for you to work on yourself and not always see the results, because it is simply that it is not the right time to see the results. I have one more message to give everybody, and this does apply to everybody equally. And that is, there is a lot of restoration coming for everyone. There really is. And by restoration, I am not speaking about anything that is simply something that is intangible, but in a really tangible way. So, what I'm really speaking about is the things in your life which you feel have perhaps been destroyed, perhaps been broken. They will be restored. And so, an example can be something that you have really worked hard on, that perhaps was taken away from you through no fault of your own. That will come back if it is meant to, or it can be any other part of life. But whatever has been broken will be repaired, will be restored. It is coming to this time. It is almost there. And the reason I'm giving this message is because I want you to know this, that when you are grieving something, feeling something, the time of restoration is almost there. That is all. I would like to give a message for the week ahead. The week ahead will generally be a good one for everybody. There will be new things happening, new things being created in the world that will benefit you. It may be something really small and simple or something bigger, but I'm generally seeing a good week and new things coming in. That is all. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening, and yeah, wishing you a really good week ahead. Yeah, and I just wanted to mention, if anyone wants to, do some deep clearing work, I do run a group on Tuesday evenings UK time and Friday evenings as well, and these are deep clearing groups. So if anyone's interested in joining, just go to the Gen website, gen.net. Yeah, so have a really good week ahead and lots of love to all of you.